Welcome to Decks of Christmas Past, a video series where I talk about older decks that I've built, the reason why I built them, the reason how they were supposed to work, if they worked like that or not, and the reason that I took them apart. And then finally, would I rebuild that deck today? Today I will be talking about Firesong and SongSpeaker. Firesong and SongSpeaker is a 6 CMC Boros Minotaur Cleric that is a 4/6. Its ability is red instances on sorcery spells you control have lifelink. Whenever a white instant or sorcery spell causes you to gain life, Firesong and SongSpeaker deals 3 damage to target player or creature. I will point out that this is the errata wording on the card. They don't update it to any target, so it can't hit planeswalkers. Just want to point that out. So the reason I built this deck was for a couple things. First is that I was in my experimental phase in deck building. I was trying to go outside of my color pie, and Golgari was usually my go-to colors, and I never had built a Boros deck at that point, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to build a Boros deck. And the second reason was I traded for this in my friend's binder because he had the pre-release foily version, and man, I'm a sucker for foils. So the deck was built around a lot of cards like Revitalization that let me draw and gain life. And then because of the gain life, I would get to bolt something. I was basically running every version of cards that do something like that. Gain life, bolt somebody, draw a card. But I will admit that the real champion of this deck was Lightning Helix. And that sounds goofy, but if you think about it, Lightning Helix in this deck does 9 damage. The initial 3, then you gain life from the 3 damage. So that bolts for another 3, and because you gained another 3 life, you deal another 3 damage. It's just such a dumb thing. But I had that. I had War Leaders, Helix as well. All those cards that do that kind of thing as well in this deck. Yeah. Now the question becomes, was it a good deck? No, it was not. It was highly reliant on the commander being out. But also the problem is that it's a 6 CMC commander in Boros. So many times it would die, and then I would have to pay 8, 10, 12. By the time that it got to 12, it was not even worth playing anymore. It was highly reliant on the commander. The commander had no sense of protection from itself. This is also pre, Teferi's protection as well. Overall, it was a neat idea for a deck, but it was not a good deck. Would I rebuild this deck? I tried rebuilding it a couple years ago. Still not a good deck. It's still not a good deck. I honestly think that if they had made this as a commander that was 4 CMC and just make it a 2/4 or something like that, it would have been perfect. But the fact that it's 6 CMC is so expensive. So unless you have some kind of God Hand, Soul Ring into Arcane Signet into Mana Vault or something like that, so then you can cast it on turn 2 and start churning through it. A lot of times this deck just didn't do a lot. Sure, it felt good when I was able to do stuff, but maybe it was my play group, but a lot of times these guys would just die real fast automatically when people were just path swords, board wipe, and then I would just be like, cool. Yeah. So I don't know. Would I try rebuilding it again? Maybe. But I don't know. So yeah. This was episode, I think, 9 or 10 of Decks of Christmas Past. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoy making these series. I would really love it if you guys stayed all the way to the end and shared this and told your friends about this.